Every year, the graduation celebration of the dance department is held at Beijing Normal University. The dance on stage is of the style popular in the Han and Tang dynasties around 2,000 years ago. Amidst the performers, we see a young American girl with a Chinese name, Zhongmei Obonya, and her Chinese name is Yu Zhongmei. What was it that brought her to this part of the world?
When I fell in love with Chinese dance, it was when I was around 6 or 7 years old, when I saw my dance idol, Yang Liping's dance videos. She's a Chinese dancer, and her most famous piece is the most simplest piece, but it's about a peacock, and she wears a white dress. She doesn't actually do many moves or anything. It's just a feeling that the dance gives you that I really love. Somewhere in my mind that I wanted to study Chinese dance.
China holds a deep familiarity to Zhongmei. In the 1990s, Zhongmei's parents worked in Dalian, a city on the east coast of China, and in 1994, that's where Zhongmei was born.
My Chinese name is the same as my English name because when I was born, my parents decided that Zhongmei was probably good for this name because Zhong represents China and Mei represents America. So if they named me Zhongmei, I have something to do with China throughout my life. So yeah, I think that was my beginning, and that's where I'm going to keep heading.
Zhongmei spent her first 6 years in China before she moved back to the United States with her parents.
Even though I went back to America, my family always really liked China. My parents were in love with this country. They always gave me this kind of Chinese world in America and surrounded us with many Chinese friends. So this way I could keep up my Chinese and all these different things about China, keep on learning about them and understanding them.
Then, on one fateful day, by chance Zhongmei saw on TV the peacock dance of the Dai people, and it was love at first sight.
I first saw Yang Liping's dance films and videos, and that's when I fell in love with Yang Liping's dancing. I was just in love with her ever since I was little, so I wanted to be her. And so that's when I basically decided that I wanted to come back to China.
In 2011, Zhongmei returned to China as an overseas student, studying in the second high school affiliated to Beijing Normal University. 1 year later, and Zhongmei was admitted to the university's Department of Dance. She began a comprehensive and systematical study of the Chinese dance, as the only overseas student in her class. With no prior background or training, it hasn't been easy for Zhongmei to make a start in Chinese dance.
她刚刚进我们排练厅的时候，我们就觉得哇，一个美国的女孩，那肯定很厉害。结果，出乎我们意料的是，她其实并没有，就是她没有过多的那种舞蹈的基础，然后她压腿也很硬，整个跳舞的时候都是使拙劲儿，就不是很巧。所以最开始，老师对她的要求也比较的低，就是说你先稍微感受一下这个舞蹈的感觉。
对于中美，她毕竟是个外籍孩子，开始的时候，整个她的范儿啊，包括舞蹈动作呀，可能就跟我们就是国内的这些孩子肯定特别明显，就是因为她没有感受过这种中国的文化，这是很关键的，不能领悟到真正的叫民族舞啊，它这种风格的那种体会，所以有的时候开始的时候，简直就是对于我们老师来说啊，给他抠动作或者教动作的时候，都不知道从何下手吧。
So when I first came to college, there were so many moves and so many new things to understand. And I think it's mostly the difficulties were learning the dancing itself. Because Chinese dance, the way we study is the whole class is learning different movements from the teacher. And it's not like creating your own dances or dancing together. It's learning certain standard movements of every type of dance. And so that's a lot of movements to learn. Every type of Chinese dance has its own style, like Chinese classical dance, Chinese Xinjiang, the Xinjiang Uyghur dancing. Every type is very different. So to learn all the different types of dancing and then to try to differentiate from each one and then remember everything was a really big challenge for me.
In the face of these difficulties, Zhongmei's passion for Chinese dance has never wavered. She tries her best to learn everything about Chinese dance, dedicating extra practice to refining her fundamentals. In order to better understand the connotation and context of Chinese dance and familiarize herself with various types of dance movements, she also reads Chinese dance literature and reference, as well as watching videos.
当时我们跳新疆舞的时候嘛，然后就需要用那个顶碗。像中美，她非常认真，每天都顶着碗走路。我们有些时候都会犯懒，说老师既然没有看到，多麻烦呀，顶着碗会不会被别人取笑？但是她从来没有，她就觉得我自己就需要练习这个事情，那么我就要做什么。所以每次经过操场的时候，很多同学就说：“你们班那个美国女孩真的平时都是顶着碗的，特别特别的美。”她真的是超乎了老师和同学们的预料。
中美啊是一个非常努力的孩子，最难能可贵的吧，是他对中国文化、中国舞蹈的感兴趣，自己呢也是比较喜欢，也比较钻研。开学到后来，他的这个变化其实挺大的。现在他基本上能够去体会，不仅仅是舞蹈单一动作，甚至整个舞蹈的风格和文化，他都能有所掌握。
I think Chinese dance is hard when you don't feel it inside. Like there's the Dai minority, which is in the deep south. And the Dai minority, when you dance, you're supposed to imagine yourself in the woods with all bamboo surrounding you. So it's like all bamboo, and the girls are very dainty and tiny. I remember my teacher's most detailed explanation was, there is the boy you like on the other side of the bamboo forest, and you look at him through the bamboo, and you're scared to actually look at him, but you still want to look at him. But you have to keep all your emotions in, but it still has to show. So it's a very complicated form of expression. If you can understand the lifestyle of each minority, then the dance is not hard.
During the third year of college, Zhongmei has combined what she's learnt with her own understanding and experiences to create a peacock dance of the Dai ethnic minority.
When I came, I studied a dance that from the Dai minority that is very close to my idol Yang Liping, to her style of dance, and also has a lot of peacock movements. When I was creating it, I actually don't want to be exactly like her. I was thinking of a way to express myself. So this is why I created this dance, to see how well I could perform this style of dance.
Zhongmei named the dance Phoenix Reincarnation. Her overseas origins meant that she also got a chance to perform it on national television, and the dance proved popular with the audience.
This dance represents, I think, the next level for me in Chinese dance, which I know the basics, and I can take those basics and make them into my own modern choreography and my own choreography. That was what gave me the confidence to move on.
Zhongmei, along with her classmates, is preparing for her classical dance performance.
I heard Hantang and I was like, woo, I want to do that.
Life as a student in China is always easier when you have a second family looking out for you. June comes to Beijing, and for students here, that means graduation season. The dance department will perform an original choreography at their graduation ball. For the students, it's not only the climax of 4 years of intense dance studies, but an opportunity to show what they've learnt. Zhongmei, along with several classmates, is rehearsing for her performance, a Chinese classical dance of the Han and Tang style. This classical style is typical of music and movement popular during the Han and Tang dynasties. Southern Tang Emperor Li Yu and Empress Zhou were in love. The Southern Tang was later conquered by the Song dynasty in the 10th century, and this dance is the Empress Zhou's loving lament.
I had studied Hantang style in one of our classes, but I had never had the chance to perform it. So it was kind of exciting. I heard Hantang and I was like, woo, I want to do that. Try that out on stage to show people what I know. And to show Chinese people that I love their culture too. And also to work with my classmates, because I had not had much of a chance to work with them before. So to be able to work with them for my final performance was a dream come true. And I grew up a lot and learned a lot of movements, and now I'm ready to go on and ready to perform with them.
觉得他跳舞的时候特别有自信，特别有张力，然后让我们在下面看他的时候，就觉得把自己身体想要表达的东西全部表达出来。
这个舞蹈是汉唐古典舞，然后所以我觉得对于外国朋友来跳好这个舞蹈，情感表达我觉得是非常重要的，因为舞蹈本来就是一个肢体语言，我们要用我们的肢体语言，要用我们的表情去表现出来，我就是小周后，我就是在讲我的故事。
From the rehearsal studio all the way back to the dormitory, Zhongmei is still considering how to perform the dance perfectly.
I'm checking the story of this Hantang dance that I'm doing about Xiao Zhou Hou. I wanted to search the different aspects and understand the different, parts of her life that made up what I'm performing. I think in the beginning, the eyes are very girly, so it's like in Chinese ancient culture, you can't look at anything straight. You don't just, hi, you can't say that. Like the girl is supposed to be like, I can't look at you, I can't look at you, oh, I can't look at you. So all of the emotions have to be like, you peek, and then you bring your eyes back. And then later on, when she gets older, it becomes more and more straightforward. Like the eyes become, look straight at somebody, and they don't peek and come back. That is a young girl's way of. So these different actions have to be placed in different times in the dance. Okay. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mom.
So, what's up this week? How are you?
I'm working on my final performance for our dance department.
Okay. How about your Linwen?
Oh, my final thesis is done. Yeah, it's done.
Oh, that's all finished?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So
okay.
Now I'm just working on the final performance, because the dance department, we have to have a performance and we have to write a final thesis.
You sound extremely busy.
Yeah, too busy to be true.
But let me just tell you, it's 8:20 and you know it's still brightly light out.
Really? We don't get that here, yeah.
Remember, it stays light here until it'll stay by June 21st till 10 o'clock, you know.
Oh, God.
Okay. After you graduate this spring, what are you going to do?
Well, I think I'm gonna try to do my master's here.
Oh, so you're
Approaching
going to go to
graduation,
graduate school?
her parents
I'm going to
wonder
graduate school
what Zhongmei is going to
for
do after graduation. In recent years, Zhongmei has performed as a bilingual MC for several events. On the back of this, she's decided that she would like to do a master's degree in the field of broadcasting and hosting.
I think I'm going to stay here after graduation first. And my idea is to do a master's in broadcasting. Actually, broadcasting in America might not include as many opportunities for dancing. But in China, the idea of an artist, of a broadcasting major, a host, is that you have many different talents. In the future, I think a broadcasting major is not only a major to perfect my own speaking and my Chinese, but also to include dance in the media that I want to do.
If you have any problems, you can always talk to your host mom. Talk to Sun Chunxiao, host mom.
Yeah.
She's always going to be there to help you.
Yeah, I think.
Of course, you can call me, but she knows the way to get things done in China.
Yeah, probably.
I hope we can talk again soon.
Yeah, you look so beautiful today, Mom.
Okay.
Mwah.
Mwah. Bye.
Well, when talking with my mom just now, we talked about Sun Chunxiao. Sun Chunxiao is my Chinese mother. She was my host mom when I came to China in high school. So she lives right near my dorm, and if I have any troubles, I often go to find her and ask her. So she is always a great reference. Anytime she will help. 好好好，那我一会儿就过去。一会儿见。This is the high school where I studied for a year. It's attached to Beijing Normal University, and this is when I stayed at my host mom's house.
Hi, 钟伟，你好，快来！哎呦，漂亮姑娘终于回家了，快来进屋。
我脱鞋。
不用了，进来吧，坐下。今天有空啦？好，走。来，钟梅，来吃西瓜。来，还有你爱喝的茶水。当初钟美来的时候就住在这个房间里，然后呢，这里还有她的一些留下的纪念品。你看，比如这是他们的集体照，这个，他还站在后面笑呵呵的，他看起来是这一波里比较小的。想起你刚来的时候了，给我印象最深刻的就是漂亮，说话流利，不看脸的话就整个就是一个中国孩子。
My host mom, she also taught me a lot about in Beijing or being in China or understanding Chinese people. All these things were taught to me by her. So I think that in staying in China and the ability for me to stay in China was actually given to me by her, because understanding of Chinese people, you have to have a Chinese person to tell you. And she's so open to telling me everything that she knows, all of her knowledge, and she's always teaching me how to conduct myself in a Chinese situation. You really have to learn what it means to be a part of a culture.
那个毕业在什么时候？在6月。
对，今年呢我要跳汉唐舞，一帮人做的一个小节目。
要是毕业了，打算怎么办？
要申请中传，但是我特别想就是1年工作再去申请。
可是你要是毕业了以后直接就去工作的话，恐怕有难度。所以我觉得你要申请那个传媒大学，我看不错。你现在更多的学习了舞蹈，更多了有舞台经验，这些都是你申请大学的、申请这个进一步学习主持的一个特别好的背景。我觉得是这样，
但是就不知道，能不能进。
我们到时候到那个 传媒大学的网站上看他对招生的要求，我们都符合不符合？符合了就去一下，一定要试一试。他确实很想把他学到的东西马上注于实践，所以他特别急于想找工作呀，或者找个实习的呀。但是呢，中国改革开放也这么多年了，所以像他这样喜欢在中国发展的外国人也很多，就业还是有一点难，所以大家还是要比这个知识的掌握的牢固度和你多才多艺的方面，所以我就积极建议他要去传媒大学再提高一下。我特别希望他真的申请传媒大学成功，然后有机会在中国这个传媒界、舞蹈界、演艺界有所发展，真的是一个中美文化传播的一个使者，真的也实现他的一个中国梦。
The university has not sent me the acceptance letter yet. I've always wanted to be a Chinese dance artist. I will definitely accomplish it.
With Sun Chunxiao's help, Zhongmei has completed the university application, and these days she anxiously waits for news.
The university has not sent me the acceptance letter yet, so I'm really, really nervous.
While she's waiting for the admission feedback, Zhongmei also uses the time to rehearse and train with classmates for the upcoming dance performance.
没有，就是这个动作的这个感觉，我好像看到。A lot of the moves, I don't think it's easy for me to understand because a lot of the moves are very simple, but it's like you have to think what the girl from that time period is thinking. So this is called like looking up at the moon. And then you have to look this side, and actually the moves are very simple, but they have a flow to them that I haven't realized yet. So Yang needs to help me, like make those moves more comfortable. I think I look really uncomfortable doing them because I am uncomfortable. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. All of those little moves that have to have that feeling or that understanding of the culture to be able to really, really understand and perform it well.
她是一个非常认真、知道自己想要什么的女孩子，很想跳好这汉唐古典舞，很想了解中国的文化，非常喜欢中国的舞蹈，然后为了这个而努力。
Finally comes the day of the show, and Zhongmei and her classmates' final performance.
This is my wig that I'm using for the performance, and I want to look exactly like the other girls, so let's hope it looks good. Let's go! how does my flower and my hair go? Does it look like an ancient Chinese woman? I'm so excited because I love having black hair and dancing on stage and being a totally different person. I can channel the inner Han Tang in me and the inner Chinese traditional woman come out. I think Chinese dance is beautiful. That's the first thing that brought me to want to begin to study this dance form. And as I delved deeper into Chinese dance, I started to see all the cultural aspects. And after the cultural aspects, then I started to realize that Chinese dance, unlike other dances, the more history, the more culture you delve into, the better you can perform. Within the 4 years that I've learned Chinese dancing, I think I grew up a lot and learned a lot. I've always wanted to be Chinese dance is artist and will never stop at any point. I will definitely accomplish it.